First of all, sorry for not updating more videos about switching to Blender from other 3D softwares. Those videos I made, I think the content is very interesting, but they're not getting really a lot of attention. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue and show a little bit more stuff about how, I'm just making this video because I keep seeing people struggling with Blender. Like, they come from Maya, they come from 3D Max, they come from whatever software, and they think like they were in that software and they want to do the same things there. And I think if you switch to another software, like, you have to give some, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just polygons, and vertex that you move around, and it's the same. Like, the basic techniques are the same. Materials and shadings, all this is basically the same, but you have to understand that some things are a little bit different. Okay, so you have to be a little bit flexible. Basically, I really recommend to look at the other two videos that I made about switching to Blender, because I explain a lot how the outliner works and why the collections, how the collections work. Like, again, collections are not collections like Maya. There's a specific video I'm trying to go for the Maya outliner similarities and differences. Okay, so collections, so basically I was like on Twitter and someone was saying that, when you select some objects, you press you just put it on a collection, and this is not like Maya, oh, I cannot move those objects together, blah blah. Okay, so collections in Blender are more like tags, like I was explaining in the other videos. So for example, I have those cubes, and for example, I'm gonna create some monkeys. Okay, so here's some monkeys, and I'm gonna select this monkey, and I'm gonna create a new material, and I'm gonna make this material blue. Okay, and I'm gonna create a new material, and I'm just gonna create this material. It's gonna be red. Okay, and so for example, this cube is going to be as well blue. This is going to be as well Control L. Sorry, I'm pressing Control L to copy materials. Okay, so I can select some objects, press Control L and select materials. Okay, so I just have okay, so I have 3 cubes and 3 monkeys. Okay, so they are all in one collection. So this collection, I can name it cubes. Okay, and have all the cubes there. So, and I'm going to create a new collection, right click, new collection. I'm going to name this collection monkeys. I'm going to drag the monkeys there. Okay, so now I'm going to create a new collection, and this collection is going to be blue. And now what I'm going to do is select this object and go here and collections, and I'm going to add a new collection, and I'm going to add it to blue because this guy is blue. So I have this monkey in 2 collections, in blue and monkeys. Okay, this cube again had collection blue, so blue, he's in 2 collections. This one, I'm going to create a new collection here, and I'm going to name it red. Okay, so here on this monkey, I want to be on monkeys, and I want to be on red, and this cube want to be on cubes, and also want to be on red. So so if I select this, if I go here, right click and go select objects, it will select all the red objects. If I go here and select I will select all the monkeys, go here, select objects, and I select all the monkeys. Okay, so those are groups that I use for as layers. Okay, again, like, you can check selections, visibility, all kind of things. Okay, so, and as you can see, when I change here a cube, well, it changed cube 3 is affecting here and here. So this is like some grouping on layer tags. It's like, I like to think more about tags. Like, you can add tags, and then you can use those tags to use it on the viewer layers, on scenes, on selections, on you can for example, collisions and particles and stuff. You can select groups, and those groups basically it's like adding tags to objects. Okay, so if you come from Maya, you expect that those groups are objects. Not so. In Maya, when you group something, you actually creating a null object. Okay, so in Blender, you have to create a null object. Okay, let me bring it here on the center and parent those things to the object. Okay, so I'm going to select all those objects, Control P, object, and this empty, I'm just going to drop it outside all the groups. Okay, So here I have all the groups, tags, and the empty is just on the scene, okay? And everything is parent to the empty. So now I can just drag everything and parent and move it, okay? So it's like an empty object. So if you don't want to see the object or the relation lines, okay, so those lines that you see are lines that show the parenting, okay, so those are useful sometimes, sometimes are annoying. I'm not a big fan of them, but if you just want to remove it, you have two ways to do it. Basically, you can just go here and say, okay, I don't want to see the relation lines, okay. You can save those parameters, so next time you don't have it, okay. So I still have this, and then here also what you can do, or you can just leave it, okay. And what you can do also is if you hide the empty, you still have this empty there, and everything is parent to the empty, and you still have the group, so you can make selections and stuff. So it's very organized actually, and it's very powerful. It works different than Maya, so and it works different than 3D Max. It works different on all the softwares, okay. So it's different. It's kind of layers and groups all at the same place, okay. If you are from Maya, probably you will feel more because this doesn't really show hierarchies properly. So you have here cube 1 and here, or cube 3 here and cube 3. So hierarchies, if you want to see hierarchies, I recommend you to change to scenes. And on scenes, you have all the objects and all the collections separately. So if I want to select this one, okay, doesn't work here. Maybe here there is a bug because it doesn't work from here. But you can uncheck selection, for example. I cannot box select anything because everything has like unchecked selection. I can, for example, hide all the blues on render, or hide all the, well, you need to do it on all the layers, okay. But so if you want to select monkeys and blues, okay, so all the blue monkeys will disappear now, okay. So this is very useful. And also here, if you change to scenes, not on, by default we are in view layers, okay. So but if you change to scene, you have here the hierarchy of the objects, okay. So in here it's easy to change, like for example, the Susannas now, the cubes can be parent to the first cube, and the Susans can be parent to the first Susan. Okay, so and it's easy for someone that comes from Maya. It's probably easy to do this. Okay, and as you can see here, I have this parent here, this parent here, and I still have this empty there. If I want to move the empty, I just need to select it from the outliner and move it here. Okay, and to make it visible, it's just going to hide the relationship lines, okay, if you don't like that. Here as well, you can change the shape of this object, like whatever you want, sphere or whatever, and you can make it even tiny. If you it's really annoying for you, but you still want to see it, you can make it tiny, or you make it bigger, whatever. Just hide it, okay. And you can copy the hierarchy and everything. So if you select the if you just select the empty and just copy, you just copy the empty, okay. But if you expect to copy everything, you have to copy the hierarchy that you want to copy. Okay? So for example, if I just want to copy the monkeys, okay, let me unselect that, okay, and I just press Shift D to duplicate, and it keeps the hierarchy, but you have to select what you want to copy, okay. Something that you can also do is like, okay, so you want to select everything on one hierarchy, so you just select the first one, right click, select hierarchy, and it selects everything on that hierarchy, so all the objects on that hierarchy and sub objects. Okay, so there is an easy way to select hierarchies as well. Okay, so this is more how you expect to work on Maya. Like here, the hierarchies are very clear. If you are here on viewer layers, those are like visual layers, okay? So don't think about those as hierarchies. You can see some hierarchies here, but hierarchies really are easy to see here. And it's just a matter to get used to it. I have used Maya and Blender, and I'm comfortable with both. And yeah, it's just, you just need to understand that it's a different kind of software, okay, and how it works. I hope this helps. And if you guys want to contact me, or just leave a comment on the comment section, and we can review it.